Relationship Gist on Viewers TV. I am Blessing Raji. On this episode, I will be looking at sex in marriage. And with me in the studio to do justice to that is Mr. Patrick Oko, who has been married for 5 years. So let's hear from him.
Thank you, Blessing, for having me.
You're welcome.
So,
Okay, 5 years in marriage. How's marriage been?
well, marriage is something that everybody experiences individually, and it's fine. As for me, it's okay. Marriage is beautiful, so I'm having a good time in my marriage.
Okay, nice to know. Okay, back to our topic today. How do you handle a situation whereby your wife denies you sex regularly?
Well, this is a dicey question, and I think we need to understand one thing about sex. Sex is so important in marriage. And in a situation whereby your legally married wife start denying you of sex, so I think it's something you have to sit down first of all and discuss with her to know her grudges or her aim, because you won't just think on your own part that what the woman is doing it's wrong when you don't actually know her own aim. So I think the important thing about this is just to sit her down. As a family, you talk. So in the process of discussing with your wife, she might open up and know the reason why she is denying you of sex in your marriage. But it's not encourageable. It's not something a couple should encourage, because you're not supposed to deny your spouse sex, because sex is, in fact, is one of the major ingredients in marriage.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
sure.
So how many times do you think couples should engage in sex in a week?
Well, I don't think I can fix a particular number of that as the spirit leads. When it comes, you go ahead
So
and
you
have
are
it.
saying it's a thing of the
Of
spirit.
course, yeah. When I mean the spirit leads, I'm not talking in quotes, not spirituality. I mean, whenever both of you want it,
The spark will
just allow it to go.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of it.
Okay. So you don't plan for it. You just...
You can still plan for it. You plan for it. At times you don't plan for it. At times you plan for it.
Okay. So in marriage, when a situation whereby couples keep denying themselves of their conjugal rights, maybe the wife denies the man, and the man also denies vice versa, like that. Do you think the marriage is heading for the rocks in that situation?
Yeah. When maybe a couple, talking about maybe the man or the woman denies each other sex, of course, if, like I said earlier, when you sit down and try to trash it out and it continues, that means the marriage actually is heading to a rock, because sex, children are important in marriage, but before the children, you guys did something before children came, and that thing is so important.
So why do you think it's important?
It's important. That's how God created it.
Really?
It's God that created it. So it's important. You need sex in a relationship, in a marriage, to keep it flowing, and consistency on that keeps the marriage alive.
So when the sex is no more there, that means the marriage will not be
Of
alive.
course, if sex is no longer in marriage, it means that either you are living with somebody, how will I put it now? Maybe you're living with your partner and you are in the same house. You guys are not having sex, not because of some medical reasons or maybe because of some grudges. Of course, if you are a man and you're not born again, you're not a Christian, of course, the man should go outside and make himself comfortable.
The man to go out?
Of course not. I'm not.
Okay. So
I'm not. But in a situation whereby the woman or the man, I don't want to personalize it as, because we are talking about couples here, not just the woman or the man. So when we're talking about couple, there is no need for me to start putting, because at times we blame women on this. So that's why it's shifting a bit to the female's angle. So when sex is no longer in marriage, it means that that marriage is sick.
What if they are tired, maybe due to stress?
Of
work,
course,
or...
that should be once in a while. Not every day I'm tired, every day I'm tired. It shows that either the man or the woman is no longer interested in the other person or is no longer attracted to that person. So it's a problem.
This brings us to another question. Why do
Okay.
you think women deny their husband of sex?
Wow.
Your own perspective.
Well, I'm not a woman. I think I should, on my own experience, maybe I should speak from that angle. You know, at times when you're not playing according to what your wife wants at times, you know, some of the ladies, or rather wives, want to use that as an just to tell you that what I asked from you or what I needed from you, you're unable to do it. They want to stress you a bit. You understand?
they
At
use
times,
sex as
tiredness.
punishment.
Yes, some women, they use sex
As punishment.
as punishment. And probably maybe she's tired. You need to understand your partner. Yes, understanding is just the key. When you understand your partner, at times he or she can be tired or she can be tired. So you need to understand whenever she's tired and she said, I can't do this, I'm tired. Allah how be. I keep saying something. When it continues, you know that it's no longer tiredness. There is something else that she needs to tell you that she's not telling you.
So all through the 5 years that you've been married, you want to say that there's no particular day that your wife just said, no, I'm tired. And how did you handle all of it?
Well, you know, women, you need to go to school to understand how to manage them. You understand? So at times, of course, it has happened. So yes.
Okay. So what did you think was the cause then?
She have to explain.
Okay.
You can't just tell me you are tired. You need you can't tell me that I don't want to do this thing when the other person is in need of it. If it's tiredness, you say it. If you're not feeling fine, you should say it, and it should be a mutual understanding.
Okay.
When it keep on repeating that same thing, that's where the problem is. So anybody can be tired. At times, you might be in the mood and the other person is not in the mood. So you understand with each other. That's the essence of marriage.
So what do you say about people that forcefully have access to their wife at that point? Because, you know, when that urge comes in, you won't be able to control that period. So what do you say about that? What do you have to say?
Well, for me, anybody that have a carnal knowledge forcefully, whether married or not, is a rape. So it's so unfortunate in this part of Africa, we see it as when you are married, the woman becomes a slave to you. You do whatever you want with her. But I'm not in that opinion. So for me, I don't think you should do that. It's wrong. If she's not in the mood or she's not called for that, you should understand.
You know, there are some men that feel that I've paid her bride price.
Yes.
So at this point, when they feel that urge, they will not even want to listen. At that point in time, they'll just have to say that I've paid. So I don't think some people feel it's not rape since they've paid for it.
I understand.
Yes.
For that, no matter how you feel, if you are a man or a woman and you think what you feel is what matters, I think you need more knowledge, because it's not all about your feelings. Other people have feelings. So for you to understand your feelings and understand someone else's feelings, that shows that you are reasonable and we are humans. So for me, you don't just think about your feelings, think about other people's feelings. That's how it works. If you're thinking about your feelings, you can keep hurting people without you knowing. So if somebody is not called for that, don't consider yourself. Consider other people. Reason with the person.
Take it from our own point of view also.
Yeah.
Okay, so lastly, what do you think couples can do to spice up their sexual life?
Well, I think one, vacation is very important, but you know, here we don't understand how to take some time and rest because of the economy, the hustle and bustle. Everybody wants to try and make ends meet. So we don't consider vacation. But if vacation is too luxury, but you think maybe weekends, you can just go out with your wife and leave the children somewhere, maybe with your younger ones or anybody around, grandma and those. Just go out and have some fun. So it's when you keep renewing your love, the attraction begins to grow. From there, I think if there is anything that he or she has been having towards you before, when you go out, sit alone, eat, discuss, play, the person will feel free to just let you know, I'll be angry with you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but I think I should let you know so we can trash it out.
So that means this is your 5 years of marriage. You've had time out with your wife.
Of course, it's normal.
Okay. Okay, it's been a nice one having you here. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you.
On this note, I'd like to say communication is the key. Understand your partner, like I always say. You will be able to get her mumu button if she's happy and if you know the right parts to touch her. And let's continue our comments right below our comment section. Please do well. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for more of this. Until next week, I am Blessing Raj.